Hello and good evening. My name is Sajja Al Rawahna. I am a PhD student at Istanbul Okan University. For today, I will be presenting a paper conducted for Ecological Housing Settlement course under the supervision of Professor Samih Arieldes, which discussed the ecological campuses with the title of Eco Campuses Applying the Ecological Health Model to Develop Universities and College Campuses. Therefore, in order to study, we need to answer such a question: how can ecological health model increase sustainability in a university campus? To answer such a question, we need to make a little brief. As of late, the condition that the human race are experiencing, which lit the light on the significance of the human health and well-being because of the viruses spreading all around the world, which showed that mankind is the most precious asset that we have and that health comes first before anything. In addition to the most important thing is educational institution. Also, it's an important asset because it is the main goal for enriching our knowledge in every field possible. Therefore, it is our responsibility as an architect to prepare all kind facility to serve the public interest and provide the basic standard for the protection of human health. Through suggestions for the main strategies implementation in order to ecologically develop the universities and college campuses in this paper will be discussed. For further knowledge, in order to achieve the goal of this paper, we need to answer three main questions, which is, what makes some student facilities and staff healthier and other unhealthy? How can we create a campus community in which everyone has a chance to be healthy and live long health life? How can the European University of Lake campus be improved, which will be the main case that we will be focusing on through this study. Therefore, in order to achieve and answer this question, we need at first to discuss the ecological approach and ecological health model that we will be talking about. First of all, we need to explain all these elements that you can see in the figure above. To start with, we need to talk about, in the ecological model, health status and behavior are the outcomes of interest and viewed as being determined by the following. First of all, the public policies. Second of all is the community. To discuss more about the public policy, we need to talk about the local, state, the national, and the global laws and policies that are including and allocating resources to establish and maintain a collaboration that serve and mitigating structure connection individual and the larger social environment to create healthy campuses. Other policies including those that restrict behavior both positive and in a negative way. Additionally, policies relate to violence, social injuries, green policies, foreign affairs, and economy, global warming. In the community part, we will be talking about the relation among organization, institution, and information networks within defined boundaries. In the institutional factor, social institution with organizational characteristic and formal and also informal rules and regulation for operation, including campus climate, class schedule, financial policy, competences, lighting, unclean environment, and others. And also another important factor is interpersonal processes and primarily group. Formal and informal social network and social support system include families, work group, and friendship network. In addition to the interpersonal factor, characteristic of the individual such as knowledge, attitude, behavior, self-concept, skills, and development history include gender, religion, identity, ethnic identity, sexual orientation, economic status, financial resources, values, goal, expectation, and age. Generation resilience, coping skill, time management skill, health literature, and accessing healthcare skills. of accessing consulting services. So hereby, we And so here I focused on the main approach that we will be discussing and focusing on in order to develop our ecological health model. For such a thing, we need to achieve also this hypothesis, and we need to find out the gaps and the lacking in the ecological modern campuses that we have nowadays. Therefore, we made a study and a matrix analysis for 7 international cases, ecological systems. Two of them were mainly in Turkey, and four were international cases we will be discussing in the next slide. Hereby, we will be discussing multiple cases from all around the world, which were analyzed in a matrix remarking the main ecological principles. Also, some of those cases has also received a LEED certificate for their effort and ecological impact. Hereby are the main matrix shape that we have done so far. So, the first thing that we will be saying is the university names that we have take as the main cases. Lefka European Lefka University, Esdemir College, University of Pittsburgh, Arizona State University, and the New School. Also, King Abdullah University of Science and Technology. Those cases were based in Cyprus, Iskenderun, Pennsylvania, Arizona, New York, and Saudi Arabia. Also, in this picture, you can see the modern and ecological design that those university has implemented in their cases. Also, they have implemented many other ecological principles that we will be discussing in the next slide. In the beginning, we will be talking about Lefke University as a brief. At first, it's an international university with a population of 5,000 students, 44 from 44 different countries. This university offer 11 association, 36 undergraduates, and 17 master degree, 7 PhD programs. Also, we will talk about what are the ecological implementation this university has used. To start with, we will talk about the material. This university was built in 1990, and the building materials has enhanced and improved to provide a thermal performance. Also, a double glazing window were used. In order to talk about the resource management, and there were water resource management and reuse, they have achieved a 25% amount of water were reclaimed water, which they have reduced the amount need into a 25%. Also, to continue with their implementation and waste recycling management, they have implemented many criteria assessment and management to do the waste recycling and maintaining. Energy efficiency, they have less consumption light in the lighting field. Also, they have select solar panels as a renewable energy system, which reduce the demand by 25% also. And this campus, we can call it a biodiverse college because it has a huge and big landscape areas, which has provided a biodiversity within an urban biodiversity within the context of the campus. There are many regulations that help to achieve that. One of the most important one was students are allowed to plant and water their plants in the campus, and they can grow whatever plant they want in order to produce and be productive to the community. Also, the university campus have a good point of view. It's the project have an accessible for all users, for all disability users, and this is a good point for them. Also, it prevents cars to go inside the campuses. The parking is a bit far, so to make the ecological footprint for the campus less. Also, as you can see, there are multiple cases that have been analyzed in this matrix, and the main other two international cases that I will be highlighting: Arizona State University, which has implemented many implications and modification to be ecological and sustainable, and they also have implemented a zero waste. It had a medal of a zero waste campus because they have implemented many management rules and ecological system. Also, the energy efficiency led science, upgrading the elevator and the escalator and reduce their energy consumption. Solar program in all four campuses were used. Planting and multi-food resource was inputted in their biodiversity. Another case I will be mentioning is the University of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. It have multiple structure that took a lead medal because they were ecologically, and for such a thing, one of their building was 95% recycled construction and demolishing waste materials. Low flow were used, and their food composited 47% related reduced CO2 emissions. Also, this case was highlighted because they used rain gardens, green roofs, and also landscape diversity in the campus. High performance glazing and low flow were used in order to minimize the energy consumption of the building. Another case that we will be discussing is the King Abdulaziz, King Abdullah University of Science and Technology. It is in Saudi Arabia. It has 27 buildings, 5.5 million square feet. The project consists of two parts, the campus and the university town with the facilities of accommodation for students and facility for staff. The internal facade have a transparent double skin with a steel structure, arc tone, stone, glass, and steel soil preferred roofs. Also, less consumption lighting were used as to increase their energy efficiency. Solar panel used because their location is in desert, so it will be helpful to reduce the energy needs by a high percentage. Biodiversity is provided as a big part in the campuses. Also, it has hard floors are used in big spaces. It also had an accessibility for all kind of human disabilities. Also, this is the main analysis that have been done for the case study. Therefore, we have summarized from such a matrix a few points, a few marking points that need to be enhanced and achieved in our campuses and modified in our modern day campuses. So my study concluded three main points or some point that I will be describing. In order to achieve this, education buildings which are instituted where individuals with the highest number of people can be reached and who we interest our future with should be designed, built, or sustainably improved. Also should made while using the building. Even a small measure that can be taken will have a positive response to protect the humanity. In addition, a number of habits can be gained by providing lesson and training to students, educator on environment issue, and using resource efficiency in education building by providing students with practical work. The main thing that we focused on and all other study have missed or lacked the information and the implementation on it, and nowadays we had to deal with that is we need to focus on the human himself, his need and his full help to come first. Hoping to see you again and again in further work and project. Thank you for your listening and have a good day.